Just imagine what would happen if you discovered a 1,000-year-old treasure. But it wasn't just anywhere. It was buried beneath the city's most dangerous prison. Now imagine that you somehow managed to get inside the prison. But how would you get out with all that gold? Watch the video to find out. The story begins with a man named Jang, a writer who creates a variety of stories. Jang dreams of making a film based on his own stories. But producing a film requires a lot of money, and currently Jang doesn't have a single penny. The next day, Jang went to meet the producer he worked for. He arrived at the office and found the producer berating another writer for not completing his story on time. This alarmed Yang, who also had an unfinished story. However, before the producer could turn him into a ghost, Jang admitted his mistake and asked for a month's time to complete the story. Instead, the producer refused. Jang was given only 4 days. If he didn't complete the story within those 4 days, he would have to return the producer's entire payment. With a heavy heart, Jang returned home and began working on the story. Despite tearing out numerous pages, he couldn't write anything substantial. Eventually, Jang grew tired of the work and began drinking beer to calm his nerves. He noticed a box his grandfather had left behind before his death. Inside the box, Jang found a letter from his grandfather, written especially for him. Since Yang had been drinking heavily, he fell asleep while reading the letter. In his dream, Yang saw his grandfather revealing the location of a hidden treasure. He told Jang that he had buried gold worth crores of rupees beneath their ancestral home, but he couldn't retrieve it before he died because the government had demolished the house and built a prison over it. The next moment, Yang woke up and found the box. He also discovered a map of his old house and a gold biscuit. When he compared this map to the prison's layout, he was completely astonished because both maps were exactly the same. Jang decided to go inside the prison and retrieve his ancestral gold. To get himself arrested, Yang stole his neighbor's laptop and threw it down. For this strange act, Yang was arrested and imprisoned. Upon reaching the prison, he saw that many prisoners were celebrating the birthday of another inmate named Crab. After a while, Crab visited Jang and told him that he too once had a friend named Jang. So, Crab made Jang his friend and promised to protect him inside the prison. After some time, Yang went to the banyan tree inside the prison because, according to the map, there was a well near this tree, and all the gold was buried inside that well. Then another prisoner named Uncle Lee came to Jang and told him that there were 2 gangs inside the prison. Every inmate who entered had to join one of them. The first gang was Crabs, who protected their inmates at all costs and maintained peace in the prison. The second gang was led by a man named Tiger, known as Brother Tiger. This inmate told Jang to meet the prison warden once, but to stay away from Tiger and his associates. Before Yang could finish his sentence, Tiger's men arrived and captured all the new inmates, taking them to Tiger. Tiger's men pressured these inmates to join the gang, and when they refused, they were treated harshly. Yang had no other choice, and remembering the inmates' words, he agreed to join the gang. To join, all the inmates were forced to drink Tiger's spittle. When it was Jang's turn, Crab and his associates arrived at the last moment and saved him from this humiliation. He said, "Jang lives with me in my room, so he's part of my gang, and you can't force him." Hearing this, Tiger became enraged and vowed to make Jang's life hell. That evening, while Yang was eating breakfast, Tiger came up to him, put cockroaches in his food, and ordered him to eat it. Crab, who was present there, witnessed this, and a fierce fight broke out between the 2 groups. The next day, Jang was assigned to clean the prison. During this time, Jang tried to find the old well where the gold was buried. Despite his best efforts, he couldn't find it. He then went to the prison library, where he learned that the prison had been demolished and rebuilt a few months ago, and that a new map of the prison could be found in the file room. While he was lost in these thoughts, Tiger and his companions attacked Jang. That evening, Crab approached Tiger and asked him about Jang, because even after his duty was over, Jang had not returned to his room. Tiger said to Crab, "I will tell you Jang's whereabouts, but in return you will have to drink the tea I spit out." Crab had no other option, and to save his friend's life, he drank Tiger's spit-out tea. After insulting Crab severely, Tiger told him that his dear friend was lying in the prison garbage bin. Hearing this, Crab and his companions immediately ran towards the garbage bin, where Yang was struggling between life and death. However, they reached there in time and Jang's life was saved. Seeing his friend's condition, Crab was deeply saddened and decided to teach Tiger a lesson. Jang also prepared for the fight, as he planned to take advantage of the chaos and enter the file room to obtain the new prison map. After a while, the 2 groups confronted each other, and the fiercest fight broke out. Jang ran towards the file room, but before he could enter, Tiger and his companions beat him severely. During the fight, Jang lost the key somewhere. Because of this fight, Jang, along with Tiger and Crab, was arrested and thrown into a dark dungeon. Jang was very sad because he couldn't find the gold while sitting in that cell. In anger, he told Crab that he didn't need his protection. He said, "Since you came into my life, it has become more difficult instead of easier. Therefore, I request you to leave me alone and keep me away from these useless fights." Hearing this, Crab felt very bad because he only wanted to protect Yang. After a while, he apologized to Jang and told him that there was nothing more important in his life than friends. When he saw Jang's condition, he couldn't stop himself and got into a fight with Tiger. After this, Crab told Jang his story and said that many years ago, he had another friend named Jang who sacrificed his life to save him from goons. That day, Crab swore that he would protect his friends till his last breath. Now, hearing all this, Jang realized that in his anger, he had hurt Crab. After understanding his mistake, he apologized to Crab and explained why he had come to the prison. He told Crab that he had come to collect his ancestral gold. Crab replied, "I will help you find that gold, but I don't want anything in return because that gold belongs to your ancestors and you have full rights to it." The two of them devised a plan. First, they would steal the map from the file room. According to the plan, they went to the prison laundry room and sprinkled bleaching powder on the guard's neck. The powder caused an allergic reaction, and he was quickly taken to the prison emergency room. Seeing the opportunity, Jang stole the guard's uniform and took Crab to the file room. After a long search, they found the map, which indicated that the old well was located directly beneath the laundry room. Using the map, they quickly reached the well, where they saw a large wall. Jang was certain that his ancestral gold was behind that wall. After this, the two men picked up hammers and smashed the massive wall, breaking it open. As soon as the wall broke, Jang immediately entered and began searching for the gold. Meanwhile, Crab stood guard, ready to alert Jang if he sensed any danger. Hours passed, but there was still no sign of the gold. Finally, Jang gave up and started returning, suspecting someone had already taken it. However, before leaving, Crab removed a piece of wood from the wall, and a secret cupboard opened behind them, filled with gold biscuits. Seeing so much gold, Jang was stunned. He tried to give a portion of the gold to Crab, but Crab refused, saying, "This gold belongs to your ancestors and only to you." After some planning, the two of them took all the gold upstairs and began figuring out how to get it out of the prison. They decided to hide all the gold inside the laundry machines and sneak it out of the prison. These machines were scheduled to leave the prison on the 22nd of this month, and Yang would also be released on the 22nd. However, there was still a long time until the 22nd arrived, and until then, they had to keep the gold hidden from others. So Yang used his wits and placed all the gold in a bucket of acid. No matter how dangerous acid is, it cannot harm gold. Jang was overjoyed to have his ancestral gold back. He could now pay off all his debts and make films based on the stories he always wanted to tell. The next morning, Tiger attacked them and a fierce fight ensued. Amidst the scuffle, Tiger got hold of all the gold Jang had hidden in the acid cans. Hearing their fight, the prison guards arrived at the room, but before the three could be caught, they hid all the gold again. When the guards asked, Tiger explained that Jang had slipped while working, and he was helping him. Now, fearing getting caught, Jang agreed with Tiger's story, and seeing this, Crab was very disappointed. He felt heartbroken and realized that nothing was more important to Jang than gold. Crab was so upset by this that he broke off his friendship with Jang. That evening, Crab received news that his daughter was seriously ill and had been admitted to the ICU. Hearing this, he approached Jang and offered to join his plan. In reality, Crab didn't want any share of the treasure. He simply wanted to escape from prison and meet his daughter. At first, Tiger refused to work with Crab, but Jang convinced him, and the three began planning their escape. They decided that 3 weeks from now, when the prison's anniversary party would be held, they would all escape by jumping into the sea through a tunnel. The problem was that there were still 3 weeks left for that party, and Jang was due to be released from prison the following week. To increase his sentence, Tiger and Crab got into a fight, and within no time, chaos erupted inside the prison. As planned, the guards stopped the fight and locked all 3 of them inside a cell. Days passed like this, and soon, the day of the prison's anniversary party arrived. During the decorations, Tiger, Crab, and Jang filled all the balloons with propane gas so they could explode, distracting the guards and creating a stampede. They planned to take advantage of the chaos to reach the tunnel. That evening, while the warden was giving his speech, Crab detonated the balloons, causing a massive commotion in the prison compound. Seizing this opportunity, the 3 of them entered the tunnel and slowly began moving forward. However, a sharp piece of metal injured Jang's leg, and he began bleeding heavily. Seeing this, Crab quickly bandaged the wound with a plastic strip and continued moving forward without stopping. Finally, their hard work paid off and they reached the end of the tunnel. There, they saw a large wall, and on the other side of it was a vast ocean. Meanwhile, the guards realized that 3 prisoners were missing, and upon receiving this news, they began searching for them. The 3 of them continued with their plan. They blew up a large gate with a bomb, revealing the ocean on the other side. A boat was already waiting for them just below the tunnel, and they had to descend using a rope. But once again, Tiger showed his true colors and pulled a knife from inside his shirt. He wanted to kill them both and take their share of the gold. He attacked Crab, but at the last moment, Jang intervened, and a fierce fight broke out between the 3 of them. Tiger was overpowering Crab and could have killed him at any moment. Seeing this, Jang said, "Take all the gold, but spare Crab's life." Tiger didn't care and pushed Crab into the ocean. Luckily, Crab grabbed a rope, the other end of which was in Jang's hands. Seeing them so helpless, Tiger started mocking them, but then Crab seized the opportunity and pulled Tiger down. Along with Tiger, all the gold also fell into the water. After this, Jang tried to pull Crab up. During this time, he realized that from the very beginning, Crab had always stood by him like a true friend. After much effort, he finally pulled Crab up, saving both of their lives. A short while later, when the guards reached the tunnel searching for them, they surrendered and handed themselves over. A few days later, Crab was informed that his daughter's surgery was successful and her life was saved. At the same time, Jang was informed that the gold lost somewhere in the ocean had been found, and the government had declared Jang its rightful owner. Finally, Jang's hard work paid off, and he regained his ancestral gold. Now he would be able to pay off all his debts and make films based on the stories he had always dreamed of. I hope hope you liked this story. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video, but until then, stay safe and keep chilling.